new low. Rosie O'Donnell joins online leftist mob to attack Barron Trump over fears his father was murdered. The perversion of the left continues, as leftist loon Rosie O'Donnell attempts to justify Kathy Griffin's mock beheading of President Trump, by ridiculing the emotional trauma of an 11-year child, thinking his dad was murdered. One can only imagine the deranged mindset of someone so callous and so heartless that they no longer feel any empathy for a child's emotional well-being. Rosie's self-aggrandized tweet is indicative of progressive orthodoxy attempting to justify a contemptible act. Posting, "Was he watching TMZ? Do you think he saw anything about these two heroic men who died defending young girls? Hatred promoted by his father." Perhaps we should pause a moment and let that sink into our consciousness, and then ask ourselves what other perverse ideology other than radical Islam justifies the beheading of the innocent, whether real or symbolic? Moreover, pays homage those barbarians by imitating that brutal and wicked act against an American president, then attempts to justify the heinous act. Obviously, there isn't much daylight between the Rosie O'Donnells and the Kathy Griffins of the world, nor is a video of a black-clad masked ISIS terrorist looking directly into the camera holding the bloody head of an innocent victim high and proclaiming his allegiance to ISIS, or these two pledging their allegiance to their progressive roots. And perhaps even more telling is the universal silence from the progressive community after the deplorable photo of Griffin became public, which is reminiscent of the universal silence from Muslim communities after an act of terrorism has been committed. Young Barron Trump experienced what no 11-year-old child should ever witness, and yet Rosie O'Donnell and the rabid left now emulate and justify those same perverse methods used by barbarians on Wall Street. Journalist Daniel Pearl, who was kidnapped in Karachi in January 2002 and beheaded. No doubt Rosie and Griffin share a similar background in that both are marginal talents, past their prime attempting to resurrect their careers at the expense of President Trump. Do you think Rosie O'Donnell has no shame? Tell us in the comments below what you think of Rosie's comments about 11-year-old Barron Trump.